Our story begins with a simple act, barter. A farmer with extra grain meets a hunter with surplus meat. They trade and the first spark of the economy is lit. This exchange, repeated across early communities, was the foundation of economic life. Soon, people realized trade was easier with a common item of value: shells, stones, salt, the first money. Now, a farmer could sell grain for shells and use them to buy anything he needed. Trade became faster. Villages grew into towns. Markets sprang up, buzzing with life. Here, farmers, artisans, and traders gathered, exchanging goods, news, and stories. These markets connected towns, and soon, great trade routes formed. The Silk Road, a vast network, linked China, India, Persia, and Europe, carrying silk, spices, and ideas. Merchants braved deserts and mountains, driven by profit and discovery. The Silk Road was more than a trade route. It was a bridge between worlds. Local markets became the soul of towns, where people built communities and shaped the early economy. Every transaction, every market day, laid the groundwork for the financial systems we know today. The journey from barter to bustling markets was the first chapter in humanity's economic story. It was here, in the noise and color of the marketplace, that the world's great economies began. The simple act of trade became the engine of growth and connection. From these humble beginnings, the global economy was born. And so the story of money and markets began. As civilizations flourished, so did their economies. In the Islamic Golden Age, scholars in Baghdad and Cordoba pioneered banking and credit, early forms of checks that made trade safer and faster. Meanwhile, India's fertile lands produced coveted textiles and crops, making it a global trade hub. Arab sailors, guided by monsoon winds, connected India's riches to the Middle East and Europe. This wasn't just about goods. It was a powerful exchange of ideas, technologies, and cultures. Indian numerals traveled west, transforming mathematics. The wealth and knowledge of the East flowed into Europe, fueling a hunger for spices and luxury goods. European merchants in Venice and Genoa grew rich trading Eastern treasures, learning from advanced banking systems. This desire for wealth and connection drove Europeans to seek new sea routes, setting the stage for global exploration. Trade built bridges between worlds, shaping economies and cultures alike. The East and West, once distant, became deeply intertwined through commerce. The world's economic map was forever changed. The Renaissance sparked a rebirth of commerce. Banking families like the Medici financed kings and popes, creating vast financial networks. A new idea, capitalism, emerged, encouraging innovation and competition. The Industrial Revolution transformed everything. Steam engines powered factories, cities swelled, and production soared. Europe's demand for raw materials and new markets fueled global trade and colonial empires. The world became more connected but also more unequal. Alongside machines, thinkers like Adam Smith introduced the invisible hand, arguing that self-interest could benefit all. These ideas shaped modern capitalism and government policy. The global economy grew in size and complexity, linking people across continents. Industrialization brought progress and upheaval, changing how people lived and worked. The world's fate was now tied together by commerce, technology, and powerful new ideas. The economic system we know today was forged in this era of machines and ambition. The journey from local markets to a global economy was complete, and the pace of change would only accelerate. The global economy's growth was never smooth. The 20th century brought war, debt, and the Great Depression, a crash that rippled worldwide. Banks failed, factories closed, and millions lost jobs and savings. The crisis revealed how fragile and interconnected the world had become. Out of this darkness, nations learned the need for cooperation and regulation. Institutions like the IMF and World Bank were born to stabilize the system. Trade barriers fell, and trust was slowly rebuilt. Recovery followed, but new crises kept coming. Oil shocks, financial crashes, and recessions. Each time the system was tested, but resilience prevailed. New rules, technologies, and ideas emerged from every storm. The journey was never easy, but humanity's ability to adapt became its greatest strength. The modern economy is defined by its capacity to recover and evolve. Every crisis taught us to build stronger foundations. Our story is one of resilience and renewal. Today, technology shapes our economy in ways unimaginable to ancient traders. The internet connects artisans in Peru to buyers in Japan. Money and ideas move instantly, The digital revolution creates new industries and opportunities, but also new responsibilities. We now recognize the need for sustainability, balancing growth with care for our planet. Renewable energy, recycling, and green business are reshaping the future. Technology like AI promises solutions to global challenges and a more inclusive economy. The journey is ongoing, with new obstacles and innovations ahead. Our economic story is one of ingenuity, adaptation, and hope. From barter to digital finance, we've built a world of connection and possibility. The next chapter, smarter, greener, and more connected, has just begun.